I don't know how much you already know of Frankfurt. We are a city with about 760,000 residents at the moment, and a written history of 1,200 years and about 200 banks here in Frankfurt. The Central Bank of Germany, European Central Bank, and of course the traffic intersection, largest airport in Germany, and so on and so on. You have to imagine all the cities in Europe grew immensely in the 19th century. And when you look around, all these 19th century architecture, 75% of your time get destroyed. The rest got destroyed but got reconstructed. And this is a very famous place for demonstrations, for events. Christmas market center every season, looks beautiful.
Well, usually if you come over to any city in the world for a Congress, you go there for the Congress and you have no time to go anywhere else and see things like the city, for example, and the most important things in the city. And we therefore decided to organize a city walk with the topic here in Frankfurt of democracy. Because I think personally, especially in these times, it's one of the bases of our culture. We need to be aware that it's so important, especially nowadays in Europe. Many people switch over to very right wing, and so the democracy and science and everything else in our social life is under danger, and that's, I think, important enough to come together and think about the origin of democracy and all the challenges that were involved.
I was lucky enough to run into Burkhard Dick as I was entering the conference, and he invited me along on this wonderful walking tour of the beautiful old part of Frankfurt, which I'm enjoying quite a bit, learning a lot, and looking forward to seeing more.
For about 1,000 years, the Holy Roman Empire of German nation. And this tradition ended in 1806 because of this little guy from France with a hat. Sometimes tourists think, what has Karl Marx to do with Frankfurt? But it's not Karl Marx, it's a guy from Frankfurt. His father got economic problems and he couldn't do anything against the nobles in the other countries. That's the major reason why the family also became Democrat. When we work together with the nobles, it will work out in long term better than creating absolute chaos. I don't want to lose my status. This was a big fear of these people, of course, who can understand as well.
Well, I think it's important to see how it has been changed over the years in the history, and how a city of the size of Frankfurt could really be so significant in certain historical times. And I think Germans have a lot to say about democracy, and we also need to learn from the failures in the past, so the European and world democracy keeps on track.
So the society basis, for example, in the ESCRS is democracy, and everything needs a good foundation, and that is why we elect every 2 years elected council members, 10 of them, who are represent in the council. And additionally, we have, of course, 5 trustees, medical and non-medical trustees, and co-opted members. And the elected council members make the decision down the road in terms of general purpose things, but also membership and scientific content, education, etc. So they represent it and make the decision based on the democracy. And that is based on bylaws that are revisited every 2 years.
And when I show you this picture, you can see another advantage. The delegates were sitting on the ground level, first floor. That's where we are sitting, where the left-wing party, and they want the republic and democracy. They created the political parties on their own, automatically, because they knew a parliament is working with majorities. So we have a house, we have a parliament, there were elections. These elections were held between 1st of May 1948 and 17th of May. All the votes were counted out on 17th.
Well, I think we definitely need to watch out the democratic principle in every institution and in every society. And we have actually rebuilt some of them to really streamline the bylaws and I think it's working pretty well. So let's believe the ESCRS members are going to enjoy smooth conferences, they learn a lot, and they also feel that this society is being governed to its best.
I'm really happy to have been invited on this city tour. Frankfurt has so much more governmental history that we didn't know about, and I think it's a great influence for us in the ESCRS to look at democracy and keep ourselves organised and motivated to keep it transparent and correct. It's been very inspiring.
It's all about democracy and really good journalism that is completely independent. And the base of all of this is the freeness of speech, the freeness of thinking, and also just communicating that.
Johannes Grutzka unfortunately did not explain every detail on this picture. He wanted people to create their own ideas. So everybody's invited to look at this and make their own ideas. So there's a lot of room for interpretation in this.
You know, as an American, we hear a lot about German history, but today we've heard about earlier German history in the 19th century, mid-19th century, and the first revolution here in Germany and the democratic developments thereafter. A constitution has stuck around even though the first parliament failed. And some fascinating things, some beautiful sights. Wonderful to be here.
Hi, we're being here in Frankfurt for Winter ESCRS, and we're having a fantastic city tour with a guide whose English is impeccable and who gives us a lot of insights about German history. I learned a lot. We've seen the first National Assembly of Germany, founded in 1848. As we speak, he's explaining plenty more, so I'm really curious to listen to that gentleman. I hope you enjoy Winter ESCRS. Bye.